What is up, everyone? We got chat going. Awesome. How's it been going for everyone? Let's see. Right at the top, I got to thank or welcome Tater Tot to the terrestrial kingdom. What's good? New member. Got mom and dad jokes on my Roku, chat on the computer. What's good? Oh, mom and dad, just mom and dad. Right now it's just dad. Jordan has like a standing appointment on Tuesdays in the evening, so no getting around that, but she is finishing up as we speak, or she should be at least. So that's fun. How's everybody been? How's the how was your holiday weekend if you live here in the United States? Hopefully it was good. Let me know how the stream strength is, because I'm looking at the little indicator and it is kind of bugging out. Hopefully Tom didn't bite my Ethernet cord, because he was eyeing it as I was walking down and plugging it in. Savannah, definitely, there's nothing wrong with pausing your membership, pausing your patronage, or anything like that. We will be here. Fear not. Not my place to judge anybody's financial situation. If you're waiting to get paid, get that bread. It's almost Christmas. Hanukkah is probably coming up too, or is Hanukkah... Oh, Hanukkah is like right around Christmas this year. So that's coming up. I mean, there's all kinds of great holidays to be saving for, so no shade from us by any means. We love it. Speaking of patronage and membership, if you want to watch tomorrow's episode, I already have it up, which is a goddamn rarity right now, so you could go over there and watch that right now, but you're not, because you're going to stick around here and you're going to hang out for a little while with us once Jordan gets here. Is everybody getting, I guess everybody in the northern hemisphere, is everybody getting snow and shit? We got like our first sticky snow of the season, and it was nice. I am loving it. Our cats love it too. It's great. It's pretty cool. So yeah, shout out to all the patrons. We love all of you. They keep it happening. Anybody who's here, who's listening to this right now, you also are keeping it happening. Definitely no shade if you aren't. I'm watching this stream strength kind of bobble up and down. And it might be because I am currently uploading the public version of tomorrow's episode. So hopefully that's not the case. I got the other one up pretty quick during the daytime, which is good and preferable, but sometimes you just can't in the day. This one is a little bit heavier of an upload. Let's see where we're at. Okay, we're already at 27%. That's good. I only started like an hour ago. Let's get back to chat. Yeah, Mitt Romney voted to pass the Respect for Marriage. Sorry, I had to switch it over to the wired connection because I forgot to turn off the Wi-Fi. I was really kind of shocked that he did vote for it, but there were other Mormons in the House that voted for it already before the church announced that they were in support of it. And I think it's primarily because of the other shit that's in the bill. That's not, that has nothing to do with marriage equality. I think it's all about the freedoms that people are being provided. And if I'm not mistaken, there are freedoms in there for churches to continue to discriminate on the basis of sex and gender when it comes to marriage, which is fucking ironic. Mitt Romney also spout. Oh yeah, tater tot. I saw it on Twitter. The Salt Lake Tribune article regarding that, they had tweeted out. The comments section was a fucking cesspool, man. Oh man, it was so disappointing. And to think that people are like, well, oh, these are just other people. How do we expect them to change? Like, dude, Nick Fuentes is a fucking blight on society. That dude is irredeemable. And the fact that Ye is hanging out with these types is just, it's really concerning. I don't know. Any Kanye fans in here? Sign off. What's your opinion on this whole slow motion supernova that's been going on with him? Yeah, the Secret Service just let the guy in. Yeah, as if they weren't friends. Still no snow. What the hell? On the East Coast? That's like super, super, super snowy generally, right? Because you're like really far north, huh? I learned today, or not today, this week, I saw a TikTok of a guy who was explaining a situation where there's a few houses in Maine that have driveways that are in Canada. Because the border had previously been kind of ambiguous until 9/11. They drew like a hard line and started really enforcing stuff. So the hard line bisected the properties of these people. Really strange situation. I love the snow. I don't know about everybody else, but the snow is just, it's my favorite time. I don't know. Maybe I have some sort of Stockholm syndrome when it comes to like seasonal depression or something like that. It's just so cozy. Like this morning, it was so beautiful. I'm up before the sun comes up every single day. Just because, that's just how it is when you have a toddler. And I got up this morning and it was really cloudy and it was still snowing. And then right about the time that the sun comes over the mountains, the clouds just dipped, and it was like bright golden morning light. It was just amazing. Obviously, the snow does not apply to the situation when it's driving. I didn't leave the house this morning like I was supposed to, because it was the normal drive that I make to go take my son to the speech language pathologist is usually 30 minutes, and 2 hours before I was supposed to leave, it was already at 45 minutes, which that was at 7, and usually it gets worse as you approach 9. So we didn't leave. It was probably for the better. Colorado snow is the best kind because it's there for a day and pretty much melts. Yeah, I remember that. Going to school in the morning and you're all bundled up and you wear shorts because, you know, in the afternoon it's going to be sunny and the grass is going to be showing. I finished work at 7:30 in the morning in northern Utah. Oh, yeah. What do you do where you are finishing up at 7:30 in the morning? I'm going to put this on my phone because I'm like struggling over here. Also, I wanted to show off another product that we're working on. This I just made as a test because I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but I think it's pretty cool. Let me take it. It doesn't fit my monster, but it's a insulated koozie. It's really built for like 12 ounce cans, but I just took the top off to put this in, but it's pretty cool. I was thinking of putting this one out there. It just has the metal logo and then the metal death moth, but I was looking at the analytics, and everybody seems to love the feminist ass bitch mug. So I would probably do a feminist ass bitch of this. The only bad thing is I think they only come in white, but that one was already white, so I don't even care. So let me know in the comments. That way I don't forget, because the chat comes and it goes, and then I forget. Let's bring these up. Coley's procrastinating. I'm always procrastinating. Oh, I forgot. Last week I teased a collaboration that we were going to do potentially with Amanda Ray. I was fucking sick on Friday, which, aside from being sick with COVID, really doesn't happen that often. Like, I will catch a cold or whatever, but it's nothing like debilitating. It's like a sore throat and a stuffed up nose. But this was like the first time that I'd been bedridden by something that wasn't COVID, and probably since Jordan and I got married, I think. So it was bad. We had to cancel with her. We had to cancel taking Baloney to the vet because his little lip is doing something weird. But we'll take it tomorrow. Don't worry. He does like the snow. He likes the cold. Sadly, today I went to put his snow boots on, and despite them being a size bigger than his other shoes, they are too small. So we just had to put regular shoes on to go out. Everything was plowed already, so I wasn't too worried about it, but got to get some new ones on order. Yeah, poor Baloney. He's got a little, I don't know what's going on with his lip, chin. It's like swollen up. That's why it makes him look like a little goblin. But we love him just as always. We love him as usual. So we had a couple things not really planned today. It was more me noticing that people would say, hey, are you guys going to talk about this or whatever in the chat? And then we would just never get around to it. So I had a couple things that we could do, and then I wanted to also do things that people were wanting to hear about. So I'm just waiting for Jordan, and then we will get the road on the show. The kitties, their brothers, are about, let's see, they were estimating about 6 months old when we got them, so like 7-8 months now. You need to make some simple designs with the two kitties. They are becoming regulars on the show, so I think it's going to have to happen at some point or another. Maybe we could figure out some like Christmas sweater design or something like that. That would be fun. That would be way fun. I mentioned this in tomorrow's episode, but this week I've been playing with getting stuff moved over to the store, the new store and everything like that. And I was shocked at how much I was able to shave off of the prices. Like, basically all the shirts, the new shirts that we're putting out with like more than just a front print, those ones are going to be a little bit more expensive just because the cost is a little more to print on more areas, obviously. But the prices of the stuff that we already have, like shirts, are going to go down by $5 each at least. And sweatshirts are going to go down by like $10, I think. So I was really, really stoked over that because those prices were pretty high, honestly. And the quality is so much better, in my opinion. Plus, it's printed on Bella and Canvas. That's what I picked for all of our products because I love that shit. I was going to bring this up on my... Boop, boo. Boop, boo, boo, doo, doo, doo. can I find this? Yes, shout out to the Jordan and McKay merch. I'll have an announcement, hopefully. I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll have it this week, but I did not do enough I was sick, so I didn't get what I wanted to do. Have you guys heard of the LeBrant fam? I think you would find them interesting. They're evangelical like Brittany Dawn. Yes, I have heard of the LeBrants. There's some weird shit about them, and they're just so, like... One of the main things that I remember learning about them is how they lied about how their house almost burned down in the fires in, like, it was either 2020 or 2021. I was like, what the fuck? This is such a weird thing to lie about. And then one of the daughters having cancer or something like that. And they had like a whole ass documentary. And before the video premiered, they had this super duper clickbaity thumbnail. And everybody was like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. This is crazy. And after it premiered, it was just total clickbait and everybody was pissed. So they just changed it without addressing it at all, which is super, super scummy. Super scummy. Oh no. Tell Modest Hermit in the chat that we are sorry. Apparently the video won't load for them. How's the stability going? Is everything staying good? I think we do need to make a video about the Shaytards. We briefly mentioned things about them in the first video that we kicked off doing Mormon influencers with, but we never have come back to that. So now that we're approaching, I think we're right about a year mark from that video. Probably it's time to do that. Good. I'm glad the stream is stable. That's a shocker considering that I'm also uploading at the same time. If I can avoid canceling that, that would be perfect. More stable than my mental health. Good. Like I said, I've said in other streams, I'm pretty sure that Xfinity has done something to give us an upgrade, like across the board here in Utah, because holy shit, it was getting pretty bad. They were not delivering even close to what they were advertising. Jordan is just about finished up. She's probably touching up her makeup right now. I no longer hear faint chattering in the background, so I'm assuming that she's done with her session or whatever. How about the World Cup that I don't follow? I was getting lunch today and they had the USA versus Iran game. How did that one end up? Boo, Xfinity, tomato. Yeah. It sucks because I hate living in an apartment because, especially when they contract your shit for you. I would be willing to pay extra for extra, but I'm not allowed to. Helena P., this is your boss speaking. Don't do any more work. Only listen to Jordan and McKay. Oh, USA won. I kind of picked up an interest for football when I was in Honduras, only because I was just around it a lot. But now that I've moved back to the U.S., I really don't do anything related to that. But my brother, he was a missionary in Spain. He went to one of the two things that they could do when they were in the mission was at one point in their mission they could go to a Real Madrid match, and that's what he did. And he is just obsessed with football. So he's always talking to me about it. And I'm like, my dog, I don't watch anything. That was like one time way long ago. And I just don't have the time or really care to watch anything anymore. Maybe when my son is a little older. But as it stands right now, it's just time that's taken up in my life. I've never been a big sports person, so definitely no shade to anybody who does enjoy it, but a lot of time it's mostly not my cup of tea. Yep, we did get snow today. It was nice. The Great Scots video about leaving the church, I thought it was really well made. Is this the family that I'm thinking of? Why we left the Mormon church? Oh yeah, this is the one that I was thinking of. Damn, 35 minutes. Oh wow, they really go in depth on this, huh? We'll go until I see a child, because this is a family vlog channel.
So this was the first time I was outside of the Utah bubble and a religious minority for the first time.
Sorry, I just started it in the middle because there was interesting stuff that I scanned over.
And being outside of the bubble, it was frightening sometimes. In my classes, my non-Mormon peers talked about events from church history that I had never even heard of before. And I was shocked and kind of ashamed by this.
Bro, I was on my mission, right? When, not this.
And I was shocked.
This
church history.
God damn it, sorry.
That I had.
When this, these images came out, and they did a whole like detail thing in the Mormon magazine. In Spanish publications, it's called the Liahona, but in English it's the Ensign. And I remember reading that article, and I was very fucking confused, because I was like, they were talking about the seer stone like it was some sort of like thing. And at the time, all growing up, everything that I had really learned about the way that Joseph Smith translated the Book of Mormon, quote unquote, was that he used this breastplate, which sometimes is referred to as the Urim and Thummim. I'm just going to say it the way that I've always say it. I know it's wrong. Sorry. And then sometimes referred to as Nephite interpreters. It was so fucking ambiguous and nebulous. Never could figure it out. But it was this idea that it was like a breastplate with like this little arm that comes up, and it has these two, well, I'm guessing the spectacles are supposed to be what the Urim and Thummim were. And then they were set in these like silver bows, is how it was described. So I'm picturing this shit where he's got this like breastplate on, and he's like looking through the thing at the brass plates and everything like that. And then they're talking in this article. I'm a missionary at the time. They're talking in this article about how he's got this stone that looks like this. I was like, that's the real thing? Like, are you serious? They actually have the actual stone? That's insane. And I just wasn't grasping what they were getting at. I was still picturing that he was using this thing, but like they've shifted to this narrative where this is the primary, the Uma Thurman. Oh, get your bingo cards ready, everybody. Say welcome. I was afraid that Tom was gonna bite the cable while I was stringing it down the stairs. He was running after me.
Well, I didn't even notice. I don't have my fucking computer.
You goober. You have this iPad. Do you want this?
No.
Oh, Jordan. He used the fucking Uma Thurman when he translate the Book of Mormon. What was I saying? Okay, so I was unaware really that they had been shifting the narrative to, oh yeah, this dude was putting this exact stone into the hat and reading words that appeared, and he didn't even have the fucking plates in front of him. So that was wild.
That smell weird.
That's what I want to hear. Everybody's saying hi, Jordan.
Hello.
We'll give Jordan a minute to set up here. How was your session?
It was
Spectacular.
yes.
Thank you. I do it.
In essence.
In essence. Baloney, please don't. Please don't.
Oh, baloney. Bless your little heart, dude.
Maybe when we take you to the vet tomorrow, they'll give you a brain transplant because you seem to be missing a lot. That's why we love you.
Ow. Okay.
That's why we love you. Anyway, a wild Jordan has appeared. Looking like a queen.
Okay. I'm here.
Let me know how the
Ow.
audio sounds. Somebody with headphones. People were saying that she was really loud last time, and I turned her down earlier today.
I am really loud.
Your mic, Jordan. New eyeglass prescription. Nice. Bologna is secretly a zombie cat. He wants your brains. Don't eat my sweatshirt, please.
Talking about The Rock.
Yeah, somebody brought up this video. I've never watched it. It's from that one family vlog channel.
Which one?
Yo! Spencer Sloan says, I'm 23 and I found out that my mom had IVF. I'm not her biological kid. I found out my biological mom reached out to me on Facebook. My mom confirmed this and I'm devastated. Advice?
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Therapy?
Yeah. I don't think we're people to come to on this sort of advice.
But for real though, adoption trauma is very much a thing, and it is a complex issue. And so there are therapists out there who specialize in adoption related issues and things of that nature, but any and all feelings are valid. That's a really shitty situation when things are flipped on their head like that.
Yeah. We had a similar situation like that where a family member, because dude, 23andMe is bringing all the skeletons out of the closet.
For that reason.
A family member, we found out that a family member had an additional child that nobody knew about in our family, and maybe only one living person does outside other than this person. And we found out because somebody took a 23andMe test, and
Real talk.
that person also took a 23andMe test. So be careful with that shit because it will fuck you up. But thank you Spencer Sloan for the super chat.
Yeah,
That's really tough.
Hard.
So our hearts definitely go out to you. It's something that's really difficult to navigate, but
There's a lot of there can be complex grief involved in adoption related issues because it truly is such a complex thing, especially if you were unaware.
Yeah. Well, and especially when you have this, I mean, you went how long in your life? 23? 23 years, and it can feel like a real betrayal of trust when the person who has been your mom through your entire life has been withholding information from you. So I can totally understand that. It's tough.
Well, and it's dicey because parents in that situation, like at my last internship, I worked with a family that was navigating whether or not to tell their children that they were adopted, and then another family a client of mine that was not told and was devastated when she found out. And so this is an issue to navigate in therapy because it is beyond wildest dreams of complicated, at least in my eyes.
Wildest dreams for sure. What was this channel called? The Great Scots.
Oh, yeah.
I said I would put it at a random timestamp, but as soon as I saw kids, we would
I've watched this.
click off. I didn't watch it. I've never seen it. Was it good?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's pretty, for like Mormon family vlogger channel people, like it's pretty, I was kind of surprised at the vulnerability and openness of it all.
Do we want to continue watching that? Sorry, I interrupted it, and then we
I think they
got
just
way
went
the
on
fuck
Mormon
off the
stories
rails.
too.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Okay. Nice. We got something in common. We'd love to see that. It looks like the stream strength is dwindling. Let me know if it is. It's common to have families. Now it's more common to have families inform the kids. Yeah, I think so. There is a lot of like shame and stigma that's been attached to it for a long time, just because of the way that the misconception of, oh, well, if you had a child out of wedlock, it's like infidelity or, fornication or things like that. And we're moving away from that as a society, which is by and large a healthy step, in my opinion. Okay, we'll move on. I just wanted to get here because I saw the little juicy details when she was having her worldview challenge.
Never even heard of before. And I was shocked and kind of ashamed by this.
Oh, yeah. Today I found out Mormon prophet Lorenzo Snow was 57 when he married his 15-year-old wife, and they had 5 kids, baby.
Just to be in the dark, but I still use these experiences as missionary opportunities. I now have language for what I was experiencing. It was cognitive dissonance. So on the one hand, I had all of these positive experiences within my faith tradition, but on the other hand, I knew that these things my peers were bringing up were real problems that I didn't have answers for. And I started to realize that there was all these parts of my brain that I could not apply to my faith. And that really bothered me. So I went and found church-approved materials, church-authored materials, and read about my questions. And I just held on to my faith as tightly as I could and moved on.
Dear Emmeline, a poet once wrote, "Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul."
I swear, it's like the same story where people end up having questions, and there's like one of two things that can happen. They either, the questions are quote unquote answered and they let it sit, but they might not be satisfied, or the questions or the answers make even more questions. I don't know. Maybe there are people out there who find these gospel topics essays, which I'm almost positive is what she's referring to, and that's what helps them hold on to their faith. But
and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Over the past 6 years, I've carried a song of hope in my heart for you.
After 6 years of medical intervention, I gave birth to our daughter Emmeline via in vitro fertilization. It's hard to overstate the relief that I felt.
Oh, that's against the handbook. They're encouraged not to do IVF. Remember?
When I held her in my arms for the first time. I had just been so spiritually confused for years. I wondered if I had been punished or if I had a lot of growing to do before I could become a mother. And once she was in my arms, I just knew everything would be okay. 2 years later, we had our son Hudson, and he was just a huge surprise, honestly. And then 3 years after that, we did in vitro fertilization again and had our youngest.
Remember when I said I was going to stop when there's kids? Sorry.
Come on now.
I'm dumb. Yeah, props to them for sure. Obviously, I'm not a huge fan of family vloggers. Lo siento mucho, but it is what it is. So they could still do better. Oh, there was people were asking about Candace Cameron Bure. Is that?
This is uncomfortable.
We're gonna. What were people talking about? Her comments about leaving Hallmark Channel?
No, let me find the video.
Okay, maybe you need to find that. I might need some context here because I was watching a video today from this comedian who did a fucking funny little bit.
Is it this one that I'm thinking of? No, it's not this one.
What is going on?
It's going to take me a minute.
Okay, Jordan's finding that. In the meanwhile, we're gonna... I thought I had watched it.
I did.
No, I'm talking about something else.
Oh.
I sent it to Jordan on TikTok, and then it views better on YouTube, so I'll pull it up on YouTube. I just can't remember the guy's name. He's a comedian, and I know him specifically from TikTok. But he is constantly posing as like a fake reporter and asking companies for comments, like brands for comments on fake situations or things like that. He's funny. Oh, Ben Palmer. Let me see here. Pull this guy up. But he did one related to Candace Cameron. So I thought it was fucking funny, dude.
Candace Cameron Bure, who played DJ from Full House, recently gave an interview to the Wall Street Journal about how she left the Hallmark Channel for the Great American Family Channel. In the interview, they brought up that one of Hallmark's recent movies features a same-sex couple, and when they asked her if the Great American Family Channel would do the same, she said, "I think that Great American Family will keep traditional marriage at the core." Great American Family's Facebook page just posted about her recent movie, so I made my own Great American Family Facebook page and commented underneath that.
Pause, Jesus. I've never heard about the Great American Family channel.
I haven't either.
Is this like a big thing? I feel like it's like the Daily Wire channel, but for Christians? I don't know. Really odd. Candace Cameron's first movie with her new homophobic network got a really bad review. Has anything she's been in recently gotten a good review? I've literally only seen her in what the fuck is Full House.
I was gonna say, what?
So anyway, I'm gonna uncover this guy again.
And said, "Hello everyone, we hoped you enjoyed watching A Christmas Present with Candace Cameron Bure. We're proud to air movies that align with our traditional family values, and we hope you are too. But unfortunately, due to pressure from sponsors, we will be forced to show a homosexual character in next year's Christmas movies. We're doing what we can to stop this and are looking into alternatives, like only showing the character for one scene and then quickly switching back to a traditional family, or making a movie about their forced conversion to a traditional sexual orientation. But at this time, we are unsure of whether this will be acceptable to our sponsors, which we clearly depend on. We hope you understand and wish you all a Merry Christmas. And then I posed as a reporter named...
This is like shot in chaser, though, honestly. It's not like that far off. Because you look at situations like with Twitter, with the whole Twitter Blue situation and brands getting absolutely decimated by randos who would just create a false account and then tweet just off the fucking wall stuff, posing as a brand. And then Twitter revokes the ability for any new Twitter Blue accounts to come around because they're losing sponsors and advertisers and all that shit. So it's not like that far out of the realm of possibility that this kind of thing would happen, but it gets better.
Jack for a news organization that I don't actually work for, and emailed a screenshot of that comment to the CEO of the Great American Family channel. And their media person called me on the phone.
I appreciate the heads up. I saw you forwarded this on to Bill Abbott, our CEO, who passed it on to me. And so, we're just trying to investigate the origin of this comment that was sent to you.
Okay, so Bill did see.
This is the first one I think I've seen of him where he did a full, ET will claim us.
Interview.
You're just trying to find the original.
Yeah.
Where he did like a live phone call. I've only seen one other one where he did a phone call, and I think it was part of his stand-up routine.
I wasn't sure if that was the right email address, but the CEO, he did see that.
Yeah, you passed it on to our CEO. You went right to the top, and he bounced it off of me right away.
I've always been a top, that's for sure. Always.
Yeah.
I don't know if this guy really got the comment.
And we talked about Candace's comments. A quote from her saying that they're going to stick with the traditional family, and just had a question about that since, gay people have been around since ancient civilization. Is that included in the traditional family window?
Yeah, so first of all, this conversation off the record, if you're good with that, Jack. Let me send you a statement.
So then they emailed me her recent statement that
this what's that? Is that from The Office where he's like, this is off the record, of course. What is that from? I'm trying to think.
Is it from The Office?
Oh no, it's from Parks and Rec, where Brand Danowitz was like, I thought that was off the record.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah.
Anyway, somebody a couple episodes ago was like, yo, a Parks and Rec reference. I didn't think it was rare, but I'm glad it's been picked up for sure. Put the camera away.
she made on Instagram, and they highlighted what they called a key sentence that they'd appreciate I share as part of my story. And her sentence says, I had also expressed in my interview, which was not included, that people of all ethnicities and identities have and will continue to contribute to the network in great ways, both in front of and behind the camera, which I encourage and fully support. So I wrote back and said, since her latest statement was an attempt to clarify her original comment about keeping traditional marriage at the core, we can determine that when she says people of all ethnicities and identities, she's referring to people who are not under the umbrella of traditional marriage. So we wanted to know if it's okay to publish this headline. Candace Bure wants people who are not under the umbrella of traditional marriage to contribute in great ways while being outside of the core. And they wrote back and said, Hi Jack, thanks for reaching out. Off the record, can you please confirm that you will not be including the fake social media screen grab in your story? And regarding the headline, the draft below misconstrues Candace's words and inaccurately ties the two independent ideas together. Candace's statement below is made to address the overall Wall Street Journal story, and I hope you consider being more straightforward with your readers and reporting on both the Wall Street Journal story and her response. So I wrote back and said, yes, this is completely off the record.
I keep clicking it double time. The gymnastics that they're going to and not going to bat for a good fucking comment either is astounding. And to a fake reporter is just even, it takes the fucking cake that they thought that none of this was going to come to light or anything like that.
Candace made her all ethnicities and identity statement as part of her response to the backlash from the Wall Street Journal story, not the overall Wall Street Journal story. She received backlash for saying Great American Family will keep traditional marriage at the core. For us to tell our readers that Candace's statements are independent of each other would not be straightforward. But if you really want, we can go with this headline. Candace Cameron Bure has two independent ideas. One, gay people will be on camera, and two, they won't. And they wrote back and said, "Hi, Jack, you continue to be wrong about the facts." And I wrote back and said, "We're publishing the fake social media screen grab." The factory workers at Nabisco are on strike right now for losing their overtime pay.
So
He's freaking
that's fun.
hilarious.
Dude, he's so funny. And it's the deadpan delivery. I fucking love the deadpan delivery so much. It's great. So Jordan found the video in question.
It's copyright, so you can't play the music, but you don't really need it to see how
Did you send it to me
fucking
anywhere?
wild it is. I texted it to you.
Let's see here. Jordan texted it to me.
You're gonna have to go to the part.
I have to go to a part in here.
Yeah, it's an Instagram video.
How far in do I have to go?
I don't know. Just start.
Start scrubbing. Shh. Quiet. Why can't I scrub the video?
Why?
Oh, it's got this little weird ass little thing here. Well, how far into the video did you go?
Scroll down.
The Gnome Queen 1980.
There you
Welcome
go.
to the Terrestrial Kingdom. Right here.
Yep. That's the one.
Oh, yeah, dude, I remember this. How do I... Why can't I mute it here? I need to view it on Instagram, apparently. Okay, we'll just do that. That's annoying. Can you explain the context of the...
No.
No, of the song.
Oh.
Just so people know.
It's from Laura Cleary. She's a
Why?
comedian. Why do you keep just clicking on the same thing?
You were not watching.
I don't have words.
This, I mean, get it. Too much? I mean, do you? It is kind of odd. That's not very family Christian values network of you, I guess.
No,
I don't know.
not really.
Traditional
Why
family
the fuck
values.
is Taylor Lautner commenting on this?
What the fuck?
Are you serious? Jacob.
Nick Bateman. Dude, all the blue check marks are coming out of the fucking woodwork over here. Taylor Lautner, shame on you, my dude.
Shame on you.
Danielle. Ginger Lady, welcome to the Terrestrial Kingdom.
Look up her Seductive Bible TikTok that she did.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do I want to fucking know?
It was very bizarre. I think there's copyrighted music on that one too, but nonetheless, it's still kind of creepy.
Is this girl defined friendly? Seductive Bible. Sorry for the video with Bible dubbed sexy.
I was going to say,
That is...
Sage just
Where can I
responded
see
and
this?
said the furry mod is confused. I have no idea what she's trying to do, but if that's what she's trying to do, she didn't do it very well.
She did not execute.
Maybe the Daily Mail one?
Yeah, tabloids. I'm going to need you to...
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus Christ is definitely the words I would use to exclaim. Hold on, here we go. I'm going to have to mute it because it's got some kind of sounds to it. Right there. What is with this video player, by the way?
When they don't know the power of the Holy Spirit.
Oh my God, I'm so uncomfortable. Is she gonna fuck the Bible?
Why? What if this gives you Jesus? Like,
Jesus wants you to insert the Bible or insert things into the Bible.
yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on with her, but
fuck, dude.
She's decided she's gonna be problematic, so she's like leaning into it now.
But it's funny because she's being problematic for, this is great content in my opinion, but she's being problematic for the people that she works for.
She is very obnoxious.
It blows my mind. She really, I mean, she overlaid text on there. She filmed this. She picked out music for it. She overlaid the text. And all that time, she didn't think, people probably aren't going to like this. Oh, okay. Man. Well, I am now her biggest fan.
Oh my God, stop.
We love that. We love that for Candace Cameron. I don't think God would approve. Yeah, you're probably right. When they don't know the power of the Holy Spirit, I'm just pondering on this because it's still on the screen. Maybe she's talking about getting the rod of the Holy Spirit. I don't know. This is all speculation. Obviously, what do I know? I'm just a dirty heathen apostate. She's trying to thirst trap like Martha Stewart, but she could never be Martha.
Okay, let's watch
Real talk. Martha Stewart.
This is going to piss me off.
She's fucking like 80 years old, and goddamn, she's still looking good. I hope I look half as good as Martha at 80. Uh-oh. Whoops. I'm losing my... We're at 42% uploaded, everybody. Shout out. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Paul and Morgan think God delivered / cured Morgan of borderline personality disorder because her Christian psychiatrist told her he would. Prison. Go to fucking prison. Even after many secular psychiatrists told her she'd have to live with it for the rest of her life. Okay.
I have not watched this, by the way.
Great. I am already scared.
Depressants, sertraline, or Zoloft is like the name brand.
Let me see if I can boost. This is as loud as it'll go. Let me see if I can boost the sound for you guys real quick. I need to add a couple decibels, bump it up. Which one? We'll hit it with a fiber.
For 7 years.
That's still really quiet. Hold on. Sorry, everybody. Just trying to accommodate those with hard of hearing people. And me, because I can't fucking hear anything ever. That's my own fault, though.
I saw a psychiatrist during that time. I was on antidepressants because I struggled with severe panic attacks and anxiety and depression. So when I got on the antidepressants, it never crossed my mind, like not for a second, of, oh, I'm not trusting God enough, like by getting on these pills. That like never crossed my mind. And I think that was partially the Lord, like he led me to my psychiatrist. I fully believe that she is a God-fearing woman.
Isn't it interesting that all the secular psychiatrists were wrong and God led you
too quiet.
Still too quiet?
Us.
Oh, we are too quiet. Well, that changes everything. I need to bump this up. Sorry, everybody. This is the first I'm hearing about it, so I'm going to have to say shame on y'all.
I was watching chat.
Oh, well, shame on Jordan because she said nothing.
Well, I just saw it.
She let me gaslight everybody. Let me restart. Isn't it interesting that Morgan didn't have the right psychiatrist until God led her to somebody who would tell her something that she wanted to hear? You know, just a interesting little tidbit.
And I feel like he led me specifically to her because she wasn't all about like, you're going to be on these pills for the rest of your life. You're just going to have to deal with it. Like she told me in the very beginning, like, Morgan, this is something that you will be able to overcome, which is so rare to find a psychiatrist who is going to like tell you that. Because
what the fuck?
What?
Dude,
Okay.
there are just some things that you end up living with. And I'm not saying that it's fair. I'm not saying that it's fun or easy. And definitely if you live in the United States, it is not easy because you have the entire healthcare system working against you when you have chronic illness. But what?
I just, like, overcome to me is, like, very fundy language. It's like, I don't like the word overcome. Like, I feel like it's, I mean, I guess if you're going to, like, term it that way, then that's, like, if that is, like, resonates for her, then I guess that's fine. But for the majority of people, like, it's not that you, like, overcome it. It's that it's managed to a point that it's, like, tolerable and not as bothersome to you anymore.
Yeah.
Because, like, do some people, like, are at some point have a mental illness and at some point aren't bothered by it at all anymore? Does that happen? Sure. Does it just, like, magically disappear out of thin air? I mean, not really.
Not really.
normally, and I've met with other psychiatrists and doctors and therapists and blah, blah, blah. It was like, they would tell me, like, you just have to cope with this. I was like, okay, but you'll still have this for the rest of your life. Like, you'll just have to learn how to deal with it, whatever. And so to find
the disdain in her, whatever.
her and have her tell me, like, no, you don't have to live with this for the rest of your life. You know, you will be able to overcome this. The Lord is gonna grow you. But for now, like, let's get something in your system that will help the chemicals in your brain working overtime and some that aren't working at all. So that's what we did.
Hold up. Hold the fucking phone right now. Are you telling me that your psychiatrist suggested that you take meds and things got better? Whoa. And you're going to really ascribe that to Jesus?
A good... People in the medical profession, in my experience, try to be realistic. And so when you're diagnosed with, you know, a lot of mental illnesses, like, the realistic expectation is that this is something that you're going to have to manage. If we say for the rest of your life, then that sets you up with that expectation. Yeah. If it's not a problem, then it's not a problem and you learn to manage it. But is it just going to disappear out of thin air? Like, generally not.
Optimism, in a medical situation like this or psychiatric situation like this, I don't think realism, or I don't think optimism is helpful in any way, shape, or form.
Well, and here's my thing.
I would much rather somebody just be straight with me than try to beat around the bush and hope that things get better.
If you are a person that has had some kind of illness or mental illness or whatever, like, this makes me mad, because what this does is it sets the expectation for people, like impressionable young people especially, who watch their channel, to think that this is just like the way it works. That like one day Jesus will love you enough to take away your mental illness and you'll be good again. Or one day, you know, you just won't have symptoms anymore. And it's like, that's generally not the case for everyone. Do some people get into like spirituality and healing things and religion and experience like crazy changes in their life? Sure, I'm not going to deny anybody that. But to set the expectation that like this is the way that it should be and everybody else is doing it wrong is just dangerous. It's dangerous.
James, Morgan gives an awful lot of advice for someone who actively avoids personal development. That character arc is a fucking flat line, let me tell you.
And so that's when I started seeing a psychiatrist, and she was amazing. And she diagnosed me with borderline personality disorder, which comes with depression, anxiety, all kinds of fun things.
Borderline personality disorder is can be an extremely intense mental illness to cope with. Personality disorders in general can be extremely challenging to live with. Is it manageable? Absolutely. Do people with BPD live normal, functioning, amazing lives? Absolutely. Do the vast majority of people that I've worked with who have BPD have to take their meds and have to be actively engaged in some kind of treatment or therapy, preferably dialectical behavioral therapy, in order to not have adverse outcomes in their lives? Absolutely. The suicide risk for people with BPD is really high. Like, this is a really, really intense mental illness to have. And so, I mean, it really kind of bewilders me that she's not on any medication.
Erica says it's like a candle for my brain. If
Recently, or maybe we were just talking with someone, but just she was amazing, a blessing from God, and told me, Morgan, this is not a diagnosis that is going to live with you for the rest of your life. You can overcome this. You don't have to live with this like label on your life forever. Like, you work with me, grow, get in therapy, learn how to cope with things, and then overcome it fully one day. And that really like gave me a lot of hope. But from 17 to 23, I think, is how old I was.
Real quick, guys, seems like the freezing. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Sorry. Hopefully
they're just like us. See, Jesus doesn't solve all your problems. You get stream lag just like us.
Fucking YouTube.
The freezing stuff doesn't mess with the flow too much. Because,
yeah, it's weird. It's still frozen.
Yeah, I don't know why it's struggling so much today. Okay, there we go. We're back.
We're always on struggle bus.
Just say like that last sentence again, Morgan.
Yeah, just my psychiatrist giving me that hope of like, you can overcome.
I realize this is probably like destroying some people's ears now that the... Hello? There we go.
This was a huge deal for me, but I did continue to struggle with severe depression, anxiety, whatnot, until I was 23 is when I was fully delivered from all of that, praise God. And, you know, not to say that I don't, like, struggle with heaviness or falling back into that depressing type thing, or haven't been, like, tempted. I don't know. Tempted is maybe the wrong word. But, yeah, falling back into that. But now, like, I can really, like, see it happening and pull myself out of it, when in the past I could not do that. So, yes.
I'm much more aware now. Praise God.
That's interesting. I think kind of a theme that we're seeing is at the end of the day, there is stuff that at some point in your life, it can really mess with you. And like,
Such wise counsel from Paul.
That shit get deep. Beat the shit out of my mic.
Is we're not trying to gloss over that and make it look better than it is. Like, it can really beat you down. But, I think of a passage where it says, blessed in the book of James, blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of righteousness. And also consider it pure joy, my brothers, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith develops what? Perseverance. Perseverance must finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. So there's the
Was he quizzing her right there?
Yes.
Oh my God.
themes.
That is like the most cringe-worthy shit that you can do with your family.
What's the word?
What's the word?
Gold star.
We remember this one Mormon that we knew, and that's what he would do to his family, like quiz them on shit,
And then get
like
really
his
pissed if they didn't have the right
fucking
answer.
Kids, like,
Here's my thing, though.
chill, dude.
I think what she's trying to, I don't know, maybe she's not trying to say this, but I think it's a way of saying that, like, overcome is like, I'm not being impacted by the symptoms anymore. Like, to a normal person, that's what overcome would mean.
Yeah.
Where to her, it's like, Jesus took away my mental illness and now I don't have it anymore. Which to me poses the question, like, why the fuck didn't Jesus take mine, goddammit?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Did I miss a meeting? Like, did I not pray enough?
Jordan,
like,
you became a fallen, apostate, heathen piece of garbage like me.
it is very disappointing that with enough religious scrupulosity that I had, that I was not able to get Jesus to cure me of my mental illness.
I know. Jordan tried, too. Jordan was
I really did.
a fucking Mormon tryhard there for a hot minute. And Jesus still said no. He probably knew your future. He was like, "No, this ain't worth it. She's just gonna leave. She's gonna
Fuck this
she's gonna dine and dash. She's gonna eat up all the miracles, and then as soon as it comes time to pay up and put in the work, she's gonna split." He knew. Jesus.
This
knew.
theme of perseverance and persevere through those. Now, years later, they still may come up and test us and challenge us, but you're making, these strategies on your phone with Bible verses and ways to think about stuff. I'm growing with you, growing with the Lord, and it can get better. You can become fully delivered, or you can just slowly become more and more of an overcomer in these things.
Yeah.
An overcomer.
That's definitely not what she's doing.
Is that like an alternate term for? Oh shit! You beat me to it, dude. I did.
Took you a second.
You could call me an undercomer.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Life is just a journey.
It's good. What's that from? I'm trying to think.
Keep going. I want to finish this thing.
Of being refined and defined by the Lord. I love that phrase. I used to have it in my Instagram bio of being refined and defined by the Lord, because I'm not defined by borderline personality disorder. I'm not defined by depression. I'm defined by the Lord.
I'm not defined by being a fashion icon.
He always has to make it about him.
I know.
Like, it can never be about Morgan for more than 5 seconds.
Serious. I think I do the same thing. I'm not going to talk shit. I'm not going to talk shit. Jordan will say things and I'll just butt in like that. So definitely. When he started saying fash, I was like, ist? Oh, fashion icon. Yeah, I guess that too. Dude, I saw some of these pictures from Paul from way back. My dude, you gave up the fucking sauce. I think he would have been a very tolerable person, but instead he decided to be a religious zealot grifter.
I'm not defined by
Well,
comparison.
here's my thing, though. I agree with her in the sense that nobody, in my opinion, is defined by whatever mental illness they have, or, you know, I'm not like, you know, Morgan, you're solely defined by the fact that you have a personality disorder. Like, I don't think, I mean, sure, there's shitty practitioners out there and shitty psychiatrists and therapists just like there is anything else, but like it just...
I think you're defined solely by your personality disorders. I just walk into a room and I address her, hey, Jordan, or not Jordan, god damn it. I already ruined the joke.
I don't
hey,
even
bipolar
have a personality disorder.
Sorry. Your mental health.
Like, do I have a personality disorder?
Sorry. I was trying to draw a parallel. This whole joke just totally fell flat. Sorry. There was only like a couple seconds left there, so not really worth finishing out. But what's up with? Are the plants in the background? Those have to be fake, right? They're always green.
Yeah, I don't. Think
I recently took up caring for some plants, and god damn it, it is tough. It's probably because I have executive function with things that need to be completed on a schedule. The only things I can muster, well, especially an object that doesn't meow and fucking bite my ankles when they're hungry.
It's true.
And then there's also the cats. Nothing.
I wasn't listening. I was reading this.
You're good. Paula Morgan, everybody. I guess that's not really too new stuff. Yowza. Let's see. Here's some other stuff that we've been missing out on from the chat. I feel like there's other things that people would bring up, and I would say, oh, we haven't heard about that, and then just never bring it up again. Yeah, the worst part also about the plants is I got them over the summer, and then I found out that they're toxic to cats when we got the cats. So they're now exiled to our bathroom, which I guess is technically a little bit better because they're like semi-tropical plants, so humidity is their friend. McKay, it took me a second. It was a good joke.
Don't rub it in.
You'll have to go back and watch. It was a fucking W of a joke.
I don't know where the cats are.
They are definitely sleeping. Oh. I think you just Beetlejuiced them, Joe. I heard some parkour or something going on in the other room.
Somebody commented about Bethany and poop. Yeah, so my understanding from the limited amount of brain power that I had to read whatever the fuck nonsense she was talking about in the moment was that, like, her child, like, overflowed the toilet and got poop everywhere. And so, which, like...
Damn, there's something in common with that kid and me. No, I'm just kidding.
That fucking sucks. Babies and toddlers are agents of chaos. And so I can relate in the, oh my God, this is awful, because they're always, like, planning something. And so that freaking sucks.
Really does work short.
Okay, but it gets better.
But.
One, she's posting all of this on her business account. Because why wouldn't you want to read about this? Two, she... I was so confused by this. She referenced in a post saying that she was overwhelmed by the mess or something. And so she cleaned it up like the best she could, but then she just closed the door and left it.
I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt and say that she couldn't handle it anymore for the time being and she came back, but...
You know Dave cleaned up that shit.
That dude got blindsided when he got home. Hey, there's shit in the bathroom. Go clean it, please. I can't deal with it. Like, I totally understand that. I'm not going to fucking dog on her because those situations, they're stressful, and sometimes you just need to take a step back. But when it's poop involved and smells, dude, you best believe that I'm taking care of that immediately, because the only thing worse than the actual situation is when you come in 2 days later and it still smells. I can't do that. I like even go get lunch and I bring it back, and then later that evening I'll get in the car and it still smells like that food. Oh, I can't. Even though I like the food. Ugh, get that shit out of my fucking face.
She does it to herself though. Like,
it does seem, I don't know, maybe she's doing it on her business page to seem relatable and vulnerable.
I don't know.
She's kind of like a grifter.
She wouldn't be so snarkable if she just kept her mouth shut. Like, she bitches all the time about everybody on this page. You talk shit on her, but oh my God, like, she cannot close her damn mouth for a second and not say something stupid. Like, utterly stupid.
Completely dumb.
If you are having a moment and you can't clean up the shit that's overflowing in the toilet because your toddler is a fucking chaos human, then that's fine. But don't fucking tell anybody about it. Like,
I'm good.
Keep that to yourself. Maybe tell one friend, but don't post it on your fucking business Instagram. Jesus.
Yeah. Well, especially, I can get it in some circumstances, but for like Bethany's genre of profile, that seems really odd. I'm going to be real. I wouldn't mind doing that, honestly. I probably wouldn't have Jordan do it.
What
Bethany did.
Clean up poop?
On our profile.
Oh.
But, yeah. If you're trying to sell a product that's $1,900 and you're giving out scholarships because it's not succeeding.
Oh, it dropped down to like $694.
Oh, yeah.
Again.
Still overpriced.
She has not.
She's really just, she's really niching down the price.
And then she tries to like justify it and say like, you know, people will hate on her for starting this business with like zero prep involved in advance. And then she's like, that's what I did with Girl Defined. I just bought the website and told Kristen we were doing it. And I'm like, okay, but was that a good idea?
Okay, but have you considered that maybe you got lucky? Oh, man.
She can't be helped.
She cannot.
Maybe she has a poop fetish. Maybe.
What do you call that? Coprophilia? I think.
Why do you know that?
Because I listen to metal music, unfortunately. I know things like this because of that. Sorry.
Oh, God.
What'd you think bands like Abominable Putridity were singing about? Fucking unicorns and rainbows?
Shit if I know. I don't listen to them.
Fuck if I know. Julia, it's a scat play.
Somebody
Not that
confirmed
kind of
that that's
scat.
correct. Wow.
I'm so fucking... I might not know what a personality disorder is, but I know these obscure things.
It's...
Why
To
do
be
you know
fair,
that?
everybody confuses BPD and bipolar.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's not.
Well, I didn't
entirely
think
your
you
fault.
had BPD. I just wasn't sure if it fell under the umbrella or not of personality disorder.
That's one of the ones I did not pick off the shelf.
Jordan went to the mental illness supermarket and she just went shit right into the basket.
More like the trauma one, and it just like dumped all the shit, and then byproduct is mental illness.
Trickle down mental illness.
Oh God, that's
I
horrifying.
know of it because of Solo. Did you watch that? I've only read about that, and I was like, who the fuck would view this? That's insane. I think that is classified as like a fake snuff film, right?
Yeah, I do the same thing with BPD. I always rate it as bipolar disorder too. That's just what my brain does. So
That's like me and Red Dead Redemption 2. Every time I see it abbreviated RDR2, I read R2D2.
well, that's fair.
R2D2. Jordan, add to cart. Jordan's getting the retargeting emails where they're like, you left your cart of trauma. Are you sure? Do you want to come back and finish your purchase?
No,
no, bitch.
No, I don't. Unless Jesus is going to overcome me from my mental illness.
He's going to overcome you?
Make me overcome my mental illness. Please stop.
No, I'm more focusing on the overcome comment. It's just funny.
That was my joke.
Yeah, I know. So don't get mad at me for rehashing it. The director was making commentary on the bourgeoisie need to do whatever they want to get away with it, and he was murdered for it. Oh, okay. That's okay. I like that there's a message.
How do I make it clear to my family that I'm done with the church? They sometimes send talks or podcasts, and I just want them to get the message that I'm out. What do you say, McKay?
Unfortunately, we cannot control the behavior of other people.
But
I'm going to put that out there. But
what can you do?
You can firmly, yet, let me rephrase it. We ask them politely, yet firmly, to cut that shit out. You can
Boundaries.
Thank you for sending this to me, but I'm not interested.
Boundaries are intended to protect you, not to control the behavior of others. So your boundary can be, if you send me that stuff, I'm not going to respond. Or if you send me that shit, I'm going to ignore you. Because the boundary behavior is what you're going to do. So if it's really fucking annoying the shit out of you, then be like, if you send this to me, then I'm not going to talk to you for a little while. Like, stop being annoying. Yeah. Or ignore it. I mean, that's obviously another option. But if you know, it's a complicated dynamic. We don't have that so much anymore.
Yeah, we've resolved that by and large.
Sometimes it requires like a come to Jesus type conversation.
Definitely. Yeah. I think it's also important to recognize that, especially when it comes from people who were, quote unquote, your eternal family, their church has essentially made them to believe that you are getting cut off from them and there's nothing that they can do unless they act. So a lot of times it's, I mean, obviously their actions, and there's no excuse really when they're violating your boundaries, but it comes from a place where they're kind of a victim, and in order to connect with a person that they love, this is kind of the way that they have been told that it needs to go about. So definitely have a little bit of compassion toward them, but again, don't tolerate bullshit. We didn't say that today. We said that in the video that I was editing. So,
will you make sure the cats are eating the plant?
Did you leave the bathroom open?
I don't know. I don't remember. And my
a lot.
OCD is bugging me about it. So it's not going to stop until you check.
Okay.
Well, we have half an hour and I didn't prepare shit because I was in sessions today. So ask me anything. You are welcome for the advice. It is just my own lived experiences at this point. And boundaries has served me well. So, can encourage. How do you find a good therapist that doesn't use EMDR? It didn't work for me. I have my own feelings about EMDR. So, something else to maybe look into is what is it called? Accelerated response therapy, art therapy. It is similar to EMDR, but not, I personally feel like ART takes out like the components of EMDR that I don't like. EMDR can aggravate PTSD symptoms and trauma if it's not done appropriately. So
This is beyond my wheelhouse. Somebody's asking what EMDR is.
eye movement, desensitization, realization, desensitization, something.
Eye movement desensitization
And reprocessing. So it's a therapy modality that's gained a lot of ground recently. It's like all the rage right now. For some people, it works really well. I've interacted with a lot of people who really, really like EMDR, especially if they're like, in my experience, EMDR is extremely targeted towards some type of traumatic event or previous trauma, and it's meant to be in short bursts, in my opinion. Like, EMDR is not like a long-term treatment modality. So if you're doing EMDR, it's going to be more of a short-term type of thing. And it's super targeted, very directed, solution focused. So that drives with some people and not for others. I personally don't like it just because I have really sensitive PTSD. So EMDR does not work for me. But ART might be something to consider. There are also lots of other really great ones out there. Like somebody mentioned, acceptance and commitment therapy is great. There's lots of other ones out there. But yeah, I'm not a fan of EMDR, and I don't think I'll get trained in it.
The Void.
But that is my personal, not professional
chat.
opinion. Super chat
From The Void. Thoughts on being on being a therapy intern while being mentally ill. I'm on the same track, but undergrad.
You mean me?
Oh, Jordan?
Stay in therapy if you aren't already. It requires...
I wouldn't trust a therapist that's not in therapy. That's just me.
My therapist is like state of the art, as I would say, and has been doing this for like a million
like a
years.
Fucking therapy robot.
She is fucking incredible, and even she has a therapist. So it's like, I feel like therapist things that come up can, how do I say this? It's like an additional level of, I don't want to say trauma, but it's like an additional level of emotional work. And so, especially with like things like countertransference, like if you have a background of trauma and things, and then you interact with somebody in a session who's going through something similar, and then that stuff starts coming out for you, like, it's just helpful to be in therapy so you can manage those things. But most of the therapists that I work with and a lot of my therapist friends are also mentally ill. So
Let's go. I mean, you want somebody with some experience, right? When you're going to them for some therapy, right?
it's fair.
Even though that's
There are some.
this isn't the kind of experience that's like acquired in a good way.
I did not know
times.
that some grad schools do this, but one of my
They traumatize people?
yes, they do. Like me right now. There are graduate programs out there for MSWs who actually require students to go through therapy as part of the course requirements, or as part of the program requirements.
Fair.
It's like 6 sessions a semester or something. But I'm like, damn. It's truly hard to think about being a therapist and not having been to therapy anymore. It just seems kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Therapist, intern, shout out. Somebody had asked if there were any plans for some tattoos.
Yes.
Always.
Always. I'm trying to finish. What arm? I'm trying to finish my fucking sleeve. But my tattoo artist is freaking... I love
Crazy
her, but
busy.
she is so freaking busy. It's like impossible to get a hold of her sometimes. So yes, I would like to finish my sleeve.
There's always tattoos in the works. It's all like I got this other one. I need to get it touched up, so I need to go with Jordan at some point to do that because my skin did not take blue lightly at all. But like in September when I got this tattoo, she was booked out to like January. So she had wiggled me in.
Any education on how to cope with or get over phobias? Phobias, in my personal experience, are best resolved by exposure and response therapy. Generally, from what I have read from research, when it comes to like OCD and compulsions and phobias and things, that is generally the more widely accepted, most effective to treat phobias. So ERT is something to look into.
Do they use are they using ketamine to treat phobias and things of that nature?
You can treat all kinds of shit.
Ketamine's wild, dude.
I don't know.
Speaking of using shit like that for therapy, Colorado just legalized psychedelics.
Real talk.
Was that for recreational use?
No, I don't think
for
so.
therapeutic use.
I'm pretty
Either
sure.
way, that's like really helpful. There's this one dude who, maybe I mentioned this last time. I don't know, but I saw this video of a guy who had cluster headaches, which sound like absolutely fucking horrible. He said it feels like a hot knife piercing your eye and going into your brain, and he was ready to end it. And he started microdosing psilocybin, and it was the only thing that worked. I was like, that's
wild.
Fucking crazy that it's been illegal for like 50 years.
My friend who has bipolar disorder is becoming a psych nurse, and she said, let the mentally ill take care of the mentally ill. We know how to help best. That's fair.
There you go. I don't believe in recreational drug use.
Fair.
That's fine with you. That's fine with me. Preach. Microdosing shrooms is supposed to be really good for depression.
There's a lot of psychedelics out there that are starting to, I mean, more states, like Utah's doing a like exploratory type committee right now. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, but they're doing research into. Yeah, they're
where
looking
they put it on the
into-
ballot and just ask to see if it would.
Well,
be...
no, it was on the ballot, but it started basically a committee to investigate whether or not they could consider allowing psychedelics for medicinal use, like with a therapist, because most people don't understand that, like,
it's not like they give you a little baggie of shrooms and
No.
send you on your way.
no,
It's
like that's not
under
what happens.
supervision of a doctor. Like you were there and doing this. No.
Yeah. Let's see.
What do Mormons do for Christmas? Dude, 'tis the fucking season. Let's bring that up. While I'm pulling this
What are you
up,
bringing up?
they're asking what Mormons do for Christmas. I'll show you. Let's take a look.
Ew. Why are you pulling this up?
They were asking what we do for not me, but what
I was gonna
Mormons do
say,
for
what,
Christmas.
You do what?
Oh man, okay. Did you have something else that was coming up?
My stupid thing keeps. No, go do what you were gonna do.
Okay. This is what this was a big campaign that for the first time was launched while I was on my mission. It's called Light the World. They've been doing it every year since. They have this little calendar where you do 25 days of kindness. And let's see, where's the calendar? Who needs your light today? Sign up for daily inspiration. Fuck that noise.
I used to do that. I used to get those texts every day.
Yeah. Where's the little calendar? I don't want to join the movement.
What do you mean, where's the calendar?
There's like a little calendar of the 25 days of kindness. Does it not?
Is it not linked anymore?
Oh, I'm going to fucking
Why would
regret
you do that?
this. It's just a counter thing. Anyway, so there's like little prompts every day for the 25 days. This is so huge, and everybody, it's just a social media campaign basically. And they get people to do these things and share about it on Facebook or whatever. Another major component, you may have seen these in a city near you. They're these little things they call giving machines. And it's basically, it's the dumbest fucking thing of all time. You could do this without this public display, but they need people to know that they're helping poor people. We're helping poor people, everybody. You can shut up about the Ensign Peak Fund that has hundreds of billions of dollars in it. You can shut up about all of our stupid properties. You can come here to this little kiosk that we rent out for a month every year, and you can help poor people out. So great. But you go in, it works just like a vending machine, except the products are these little cards, which are donations that you can buy. I've never been to one, so I don't really know what it's about. We were bad Mormons. We didn't want to go beat the crowds, so we could do something that I could do from the comfort of my own fucking home. But there's things like donate a chicken to a family in Africa, or like buy 2 goats to a family in I don't know. I'm just making shit up, but
do
it's
that
things
while the
along that
homeless
line.
man on the corner sits
Seriously.
there and watches you.
Like, I'm not saying that people around the world don't need help,
but
it's funny that we step over the homeless vet
in order to do this.
To do this. Funny. There are people in our own communities that need a lot of help in it. So, yes, and this isn't even the Mormon church that is donating these things. It's the good-hearted Mormons who want to help people for Christmas that are doing it. So it's a big thing. So if you have like Mormon friends or family, surely you have seen this popping up on the, why is it zoomed out like just tessellated?
Ashley, I have heard of avoidant restrictive food intake
they have
disorder.
One in Guatemala.
Only
they have 2 in Guatemala.
Can you not?
Sorry, go ahead.
Only because it was new to the DSM-5, and so I remember reading about it, but I didn't work when I worked at the weight treatment center when I was working with people with disordered eating and whatnot. I never had anybody with it, so I don't have any personal experience, but I did read about it because of the whole DSM-5 thing in one of my classes that I had to take. It's really interesting. I'm gonna have to look into it more because I don't know much about it.
This shit is over in Cherry Creek in Denver.
Of course it is.
Of fucking course, dude. They gotta put it close by all the rich people. There's one in Salt Lake. And
I remember 8 passengers promoting this in their vlogs. Yep, 100%. Not surprised.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, that's something that the church pushes really big. Every year they have, it's probably coming up pretty soon here, they have like a general conference style devotional for Christmas where they do like musical numbers with the choir, the tabernacle choir and orchestra. Extremely talented people. Not going to knock that, but they talk about Jesus and stuff usually. Have a couple speakers. And then, somebody found it.
Oh, they
found
did?
the calendar. Drop it in the chat if you'd like. And then it's just like traditional kind of Christian stuff. A lot of the same, basically all the same like religious carols. I don't know if there's any specific like official Mormon adopted into the hymnal carols for Mormonism, but
I have been meaning to watch the Evermore Park video. Jen was the one who told me about it.
Oh, you didn't hear about that?
What?
Wait, what? about Evermore Park?
Yeah, she was the one that was talking to me about it.
Yeah, are you talking about them getting like threatened by Taylor Swift?
No, somebody just brought it up.
Yeah, they because Taylor Swift had that album or something, and she was threatening legal action against them because it was the same name, even though they had. Dude, I'm gonna say it. Fuck Taylor Swift.
You're gonna piss off people.
I'm sorry. I don't think that she's a very good person. She's a greedy piece of shit. Sorry. I said it. I'm gonna regret it.
Yeah,
it just is
are.
what it is.
You better hope we don't have Swifties in here.
Yeah,
They're
sorry,
gonna come for your
Swifties.
ass.
I don't think she's a fantastic person, but
I'm neutral.
that's just me. They threatened. Oh, they threatened her. Oh, that's fucked up. Okay, apparently I had the shit wrong.
You know, somebody finally said.
God damn it.
They came for her first. That's even fucking funnier.
That's even funnier, actually. They suck. That's greedy and annoying, and it's not that fucking deep. Chill. That also brings up the point where she was getting mad that Spotify wasn't paying her per play enough or something like that. And I'm not defending Spotify by any means, but really? Really? Also, I have personal beef with Taylor Swift because she's pressing all these fucking albums, and my small bands that I like, they don't get to press jack shit because there's only a handful of record pressing plants around the world.
That's wild. I can't believe they went after her. That is truly a ballsy move. You're going to piss people off in here. You're already pissing people off, McKay.
There are a lot of people who agree with me too, which I did not expect.
I don't really have an opinion. I've listened to her stuff before. I listened to her when she was like actually country and not who she is now.
Well,
so.
And she's fake too. She's like, oh, I grew up in a small house. Like, no, you didn't.
Was she rich growing up?
Yeah. She had it in one of her songs that she grew up in like a small home, dancing in the living room or some shit like that. And people were like, what? Small by what metric?
Oh, God.
It's like an estate, dog. Thank you for correcting me. I'm willing to admit that I am wrong. However, I will not change my opinion.
It's eat the rich to the effect, but people don't like it when we apply it to like other people. Like, nobody wants to think of Taylor Swift as like being on the menu, but
nobody wants to think of Beyonce that way.
That's the thing is I'm trying to
and
say
I like
though,
Beyonce.
Is like I fucking love Beyonce and I know she's like a billionaire and I don't want that to be the case, but
yeah, and I don't think Beyonce necessarily is the best person either. She has a lot of money. That's the big detractor. I like her music. The difference with Taylor Swift is I don't really like her music.
I know you're not going to come for Beyonce with me.
I'm not going to diss Beyonce for any other reason.
You will not speak ill of her.
Listen,
ever.
I'm not going to diss Beyonce for any other reason than the fact that she's rich. Other than that, I have no problem. But especially with Jay-Z and his fucking businesses with dispensaries where he's like paying people minimum fucking wage, like while he's raking it in. I'm not a fan of that shit.
Yeah, Bezos and Musk are on the chopping block more than Beyonce, so
Beyonce is a billion.
Always.
The Carters are billionaires. Sorry to say.
Don't.
I have to be objective.
Be the last fucking one to get eaten. Then
she's the last on the menu. Don't worry. Especially, dude, that one. What's that song that we're bumping all the time?
Cuff It.
We gonna fuck up the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song fucking slaps. Yeah, Jay-Z can kick rocks for other reasons as well. But Jay-Z gave us Lemonade, honestly.
Yeah, I know, guys. You're preaching to the fucking choir here. Like, I get it. Beyonce's on the menu. Like, we get it. We can't have nice things, you know? This is just where we're at in life.
Yeah.
Dolly Parton is queen always and forever, and no one will slander her.
I don't know if John Oliver's on the block. I don't think he's rich enough for that. There are at least 710 Americans that are on the block before we reach millionaires, so don't worry.
I just fucked up my mic. Thoughts on David Archuleta? Fucking love, bro.
Oh, dude, we have to bring that up. David Archuleta. Where was that bit? Him meeting with the apostles.
It was an article.
I think you'd sent me tweets about it. Let me find some. Tweets.
Porgan made a video against Dolly Parton.
Of course.
Is there anyone they're okay with besides, like, fucking Matt Walsh?
Matt Walsh. Fucking. I want to see that dude shave his beard. Only because I know he won't. Damn it.
Is Hassan on the block?
Hassan is very far down the list.
But rich nonetheless.
Multi-millionaires. Like I said, that multi-millionaires do not hold the vast majority of the wealth in this country. It is solely the billionaires that hold the overwhelming majority of all of the capital in the entire country and corporations. No, Hassan's only worth a couple million.
Yeah.
Dude, and I'm objective. If Hassan got lost in the sauce, fuck him. I
feel like he's more aware than most.
I saw a clip of him today, and he quoted Russell Brand of all people, which I was surprised, and maybe I need to learn more about Russell Brand. But Russell Brand apparently said something to the effect of, when I was poor and preached socialism, I was a fool, and when I was rich and preached socialism, I was a hypocrite. And the way he describes it is I'm not going to get too far into it because
you can go on a whole
I don't want to
tangent
get
about
too political. Sorry. No, you're totally good. You can totally ask questions. I want people to poke holes for sure. The idea of socialism, that the vast majority of the American public especially is overwhelmingly negative, but the idea is not that it is some sort of poverty cult. And the reason why the general public has a good idea is because the CIA has been working hard against any sort of ideals that land in that camp for 80 years. So, anyway.
Hassan. Lots of people think Hassan's a hottie.
We love a strong jawline. Big men. Elon Musk's $262 billion is enough to satisfy us for a while. Yeah, real talk. Because ever since I learned like the fucking just unbelievable difference, like 1,000 to 1,000,000 is a huge difference, but it's nothing compared to 1,000,000 to 1,000,000,000. Crazy.
Do y'all keep up with anti-MLM stuff? Could be an interesting crossover. I've been thinking about that because we have been asked about that a lot, and we've never covered it. Utah is like the MLM capital of the world. It really is. There's so many here and so many that are based out of here, and even the ones that are based out of Idaho that I can think of, I'm pretty sure they're owned by Mormons too. So there's a lot of people who own MLMs. Like, everybody reached out to us quite a bit after the LuLaRoe documentary came out, just because they're fucking toxic and like the prime examples of what MLM and like don't have to play by the rules Mormon rich people look like. Like it's
for those who are unaware, we're talking about Hassan Piker. He is a Twitch streamer, not Hassan Minhaj, the comedian. But I feel like there is some, I don't think I said his name right, but I feel like there is maybe some crossover with that. He was on The Daily Show. I think he recently left, if I'm not mistaken. I like him too. He's cool. I remember seeing his stand up for the first time.
Let's see how many I can think of here in Utah.
MLMs?
Yeah. New Skin. What's the essential oils one? Young Living.
Not Young Living. Not in Utah.
That's still Mormon owned though.
If we expand it to the Morador, we got Young Living,
New Skin,
LuLaRoe. Mm-hmm. I guess is LuLaRoe still technically around?
I don't know if they're selling anymore, but I still count them.
doTERRA. Sensi is in Boise. Somebody said
Plexus.
Jill.
Shout out J-Rod. Anti-loving men. This would be anti. I mean, they probably are. By and large, MLM companies are probably anti-men loving men, but
pure
multi-level marketing.
Pure romance is actually pretty big here.
What's pure romance?
It's the MLM version of spicy machinery.
That's here in Utah.
I see them all over. Oh yeah, Unique. Pure Romance. I don't know if they're owned by Mormons, but
is it a pyramid scheme? Uh-oh. If that's one of the suggested searches. Things are not looking too good. Let's see what Wikipedia says. I should give the disclaimer that there is a marked difference between MLMs and pyramid schemes.
What is Plexus? What Christine and Janelle sell? I didn't think it was Plexus.
Morador.
Interesting. I guess I've never really paid attention, so what the fuck do I know?
Vector tried to hire half the kids in my high school. What the fuck is Vector? I've never...
Isn't it knives?
There's Spyderco. Vector... Is that knives?
I don't know why that came to mind, but...
I can only ever think of Spyderco.
Let's see,
I don't
what
think
else?
that's a MLM. Well, actually, if your primary income comes from...
Vector is knives. Cutco. Yeah,
oh, Cutco. Spyderco is a pocket knife. Sorry, Cutco.
Sensi. I almost bought from Sensi the other day.
I know. I had to talk her out of it. I was like, we don't do that in this house.
I grew up
Melaleuca.
on Sensi. Melaleuca, yeah. That's in Idaho.
Dude, oh my God. They have like this huge property
Their
right off the
campus
highway.
in Idaho is fucking huge. It's insane.
Melaleuca's been
Vivint is all over the place, but I'm pretty sure it's Mormon owned.
I don't think Melaleuca technically qualifies as an MLM.
Oh, Pampered Chef. There's some good shit from Pampered Chef, though.
Dude, my mom used to do Pampered Chef.
Red
parties.
Aspen.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh my God, that's what fucking blonde girl that I used to follow.
Bro, look at
with
this
the
building.
hair. Remember her?
Oh, Jasmine
She
Ray?
peddles Red Aspen.
Ooh, fuck that noise. This is the property right off of I-15 that Melaleuca has. It's unreal.
What are they doing?
They're being little crackheads. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think Red Aspen is Mormon owned because Jessica, I'm pretty sure, owns it, and she is Mormon with the hair.
Mormon with the hair. No, she has like incredibly long hair, and she's
It's her whole personality.
Does she still have it? Jasmine Ray? Is that what her name is?
Yeah. Melaleuca is definitely scammy. This Works. Oh my God. I remember my high school friends selling This Works.
It works.
Lip Sense. Oh my Lord. What is it? Somebody told us how to pronounce it last time. Is it Monet or it was Monat?
It's Monet.
Somebody was like
Somebody said it's
Monat.
Monet.
Monet. Okay.
I'm going to go with that. Jasmine Ray Hair Co. Here we go. Pretty sure that's her. Yeah, she's got long
Did they have
fucking
another
hair. Dude, I think they did.
No, that was their
Goddamn.
only kid. That was their only girl.
Can you give me just
Yeah,
shit
these
about
are
your
old.
hair? Is she like inactive on here?
Oh, that was 5 days
5
ago?
days ago.
Wait, so they had another girl? Oh, fuck, dude.
Apparently. Dude, she was very pregnant. But she does like hair training and shit. She has amazing hair. I'm not
She
gonna lie.
does. She definitely does, but she is conservative bigot through and through.
Yeah. I remember it had to have been right around June 2020. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck is this lady's problem?
Unique is Unique still around because they had a campus here at one point.
Herbalife.
Ugh, yeah. That one was really popular when I was in high school too. Beauty Counter. I don't hear much about that one anymore. What's the food one? The food one.
I can only think of Provident Living, but I don't think that's an MLM.
I've never heard of Color Street. Unique is still huge, unfortunately. Interesting. So they do have an active campus probably down here then. Can conclude the chat does not agree on how to pronounce it.
If we're wrong, I'm okay with that.
We're
an MLM.
always
I don't really
wrong.
care. Perfectly Posh. Where did they come up with these alliterative names?
Arbonne. Half of these I haven't heard of. Optiva is a Optivia. I remember seeing, I feel like I watched a commercial for that somewhere.
We're divided. We need to do a poll.
Oh.
Is it Monet or is it Monat?
Okay. Color Streets is nail color strips. Okay. Avon. Shit. That's like the motherfucking...
Coral Succo. I remind you of Taylor
Nexium.
Swift. Oh, yeah, the sex cult. I think that's just a cult, though. I remind you of Taylor Swift.
Roden and Fields.
Do you need glasses? Or was that a slight because I said I don't like Taylor Swift?
What?
Somebody said that I look like Taylor Swift. I'm sorry. That came off really aggressive, but sorry.
Oh, Mary Kay. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of Avon and fucking Mary Kay. They're like top tier.
Love the toque. Thanks. Every now and then I'm reminded that our speech language pathologist is from Canada. Because the other day she was like, she had a bag of clothes that she was going to donate. And she was like, oh, does your little one need a toque? I was like, what? Oh, no, we're good. Monet, a toque.
Oh, a hat.
A beanie, more. We're pretty informal over here. Monat.
Beachbody. Another really popular one.
Beach bod, baby. Monet is an artist. Do not mistake his
Juice
name.
Plus.
Garbage.
Amway. Yeah.
Oh, dude, Amway.
Oh, why? I didn't think of that one. These are all so interesting. So everybody's saying
shit.
Monet.
I wouldn't say everyone. There's barely a majority.
Holy shit, 57.
We're going out. We're going popping off over here.
Maybe we'll have to do a video on
MLMs.
MLMs.
People were asking about Shay Carl at the beginning while you're still doing your job.
Why? What's he doing now?
Oh, they were just asking if we'd ever talk about him. I was like, I guess it's been almost a year since we initially did that influencers video.
We might need to redo that one.
Goddamn lip sense.
Ugh, lip sense, man. So many Mormon influencers peddle that shit. See, I like Scentsy. What is a good alternative to Scentsy?
A fucking candle from the X-Smoke Candle Co.
Well, yes, but the thing with Scentsy is that, like, I don't have to worry about leaving it on.
Get a candle warmer. I sent you one. I sent you a link, and I was like, we should do this. An overhead warmer.
Anyway.
Jordan doesn't want to hear it. She just wants to cling to the old ways because... She loves MLMs and she loves Mormons. She's planning on going back to the church soon. Everybody, you heard it here first.
I don't know. It just lasts longer. Like, and it's not just
it
like.
It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
I'm telling you, it does.
I grew up in a fucking Scentsy household.
It doesn't. I did not grow up in a Scentsy household, and I had to scrape the fucking wax out of there too often for how much I
it's
would
the
be
quality. That's the thing, though, is it's like I don't just want to get... They don't even have
that great of scents, in my opinion.
Yes, they do.
They only had one. Like, your mom got that whole bag of the testers, and there was like one or two that I liked. Out of the whole sack.
Well, once you find a good one...
I don't.
I'm right. It does
I don't
last
fuck
longer.
with Scentsy. I don't believe it does.
Well,
that's just my opinion.
If it pops up mysteriously in our house someday, I don't know where it's gonna. Where? Oh God.
Yeah, and who does buying Scentsy support? Not ex-Mormon small businesses or us.
Shut up.
Check out our candle
no ethical
self-care
consumption
day.
under capitalism.
I'm not talking about ethical consumption. I'm just talking about
oh my
our
God.
friends.
Jen, the wallflowers from Bath and Body Works. Do they last though? I used to buy those little, like, I had the one in my car that you stuck to the vent, and it had like the little discs that had like the scent in it. Oh man, I had that when I was in high school.
What's up with the wallflowers?
They have little plugins.
Yeah.
That you can buy stuff from. Like, you can buy the scents that they have at Bath and Body Works. So I just assumed it would be shit. So maybe it's not. Maybe Jen will give us additional knowledge.
Maybe we'll be able to receive additional light knowledge. Is that what you said? Got a really cool one for Halloween.
Shit. Only steal from Scentsy. Is there a rogue ex-Mormon who wants me to steal some Scentsy? Oh, Etsy stores with good reviews. That's a good idea.
Yeah, what if we just got the sack of all the testers and then we just didn't return them? We get one little brick of each scent.
I mean, wow, I guess I was sleeping on wallflowers.
See, don't fuck with Scentsy.
Coral with the super chat. Use this to buy some nice Christmas presents. Thank you. That's very nice of you. It's the quality.
Is it quality? What quality is such like it's such a ambiguous term. What is the quality that you are perceiving? What's the perceived quality? Just that it lasts long?
No. Well, yeah, it does last long, but the scents, like sugar from Scentsy, is like
mid.
No.
It doesn't smell like sugar, in my opinion.
Well, not every scent smells like the name.
Why the fuck would they call it that, though? That makes no sense. If it's not going to smell like the thing it's going to be, make up a name.
Okay, well, you guys...
Like, I'm pretty sure that Black Opium by whatever fuck scent brand that is doesn't smell like opium. But they just created a name. Why would they call it that?
In my mouth?
Just make something up.
I totally forgot I had a Dr. Pepper. That's messed up. The Scentsy ones smell really good, and the warmers last forever. Like, it would take us like months to go through a brick, and that's not like anything.
That's because I'm too lazy to scrape off the fucking wax.
You use a knife and it's fine.
Yeah. I'm not looking to cut my goddamn hand open getting the wax out of a Scentsy warmer.
I always did it.
Baloney.
Oh, baloney is asleep on the table. Going to sleep on the table. Okay, well, I guess I'm just needing to...
Oh, look at that.
Look into wallflowers then, I guess, y'all.
Gotta look into that.
Baloney. I wish...
God.
I wish I could show a picture of him right now.
What the fuck was that? My light just fell.
Oh, you can buy liners to put in it.
Oh, I would love to review random Yankee Candle scents. I'm fucking harsh.
Bath and Body Works is still doing Black Friday. I used to take the Bath and Body Works sale very seriously because candles would be the gifts that I would give everyone. So I would go on Black Friday and buy like fucking 30 candles.
Dude, her grandma was an absolute mad lad when it came to Bath and Body Works candles and products.
I don't know if it's still this way, but years ago, because I think they've stopped doing this, so maybe they haven't, but I was told that they don't do this anymore. But they used to honor every coupon that you brought in. Don't show your ass.
You're going to get us in trouble.
Your asshole. Shit. What was I saying?
I don't know. Is that you? That's
you guys. What was I saying? I got sidetracked.
Fundy Fridays says, Jen says, make your own wax melts for YouTube content. That sounds like an intrusive thought. We're going to skip right over that.
Coupons. Yes. Okay. So thank you. At the Black Friday sale, they'll honor every coupon. So my grandma would save coupons like all fucking year. And then she would take them all on Black Friday and she'd basically walk out without paying like anything. It was absolutely wild and out here. It's
crazy.
It's crazy.
I didn't know she did that.
Yes.
Coupons.
We took it very seriously. That was back when I used to go out in public on Black Friday because I thought it was cool. Oh, man, they don't do the coupon thing anymore.
I'm not shocked by that at all.
Boo. Thank you all for listening to me, remembering what I was saying.
Grandmas are important.
They very much are.
People were asking about the Boyer family.
We did talk about Shay?
Boyer.
No, I didn't. I guess we did talk about that.
We did talk about it at one point. Was there something else that was going on?
No, I remember seeing something about him recently, but it wasn't like noteworthy, so I didn't really pay attention to it. Monet won in the poll, by the way.
Oh, you can end that.
65 to 35.
10
so
points.
I mean,
sorry, Monats. We're gonna have to continue saying Monet.
Yeah. Now that I'm talking about all these Scentsy melts. Stupid.
You just bought a bunch of candles.
Yeah, but...
You weirdo.
That is rude.
You bought better candles than Scentsy could ever produce.
They are equal.
No.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
No way.
They are 100%
no
equal.
way, bro.
The scents are just different.
Mm-mm.
Scentsy lasts longer.
Mm-mm.
Yes, it does. We burn through those candles.
I disagree.
There's one on the shelf.
I am going to die on this hill.
What is this hill?
That the candles that you bought are better than anything Scentsy could produce. That's the hill. Better quality. They last.
Are they on sale?
Scentsy?
No.
Oh.
Yes. I was going to
what
see
did you...
The candles. I'm looking for the candles.
Didn't you buy it?
I did, but sometimes Anthropology runs cheaper deals. So it's worth looking at.
It's worth it. Anyway, this is like so fucking off the rails.
I love it.
What did we do?
It's like when we used to
Gotta
do
hang
TikTok
it up.
Live.
Good night. Okay, yeah. I think we should probably
This is the hill to die on.
This is a good hill to die
Jen
on.
says, let me have this simple pleasure.
No, I do not. I will be stuck cleaning up the mess and ripping up the carpet when the wax inevitably falls on the carpet.
Oh my God. What is it that you have against fucking Sensi? It's like she
It is
murdered
so
your
mid.
husband.
It is so mid. It's also an MLM. It's gross, predatory.
Okay, yes.
Passive income bullshit.
Sensi is based in Meridian. Sheesh. That makes sense.
Meridian.
Yeah. We looked into moving
Why
there,
does
actually.
it smell like shit there? No, I'm kidding. Now I'm just being an asshole. Did you read
Somebody
Ginger's?
asked me about Jeanette McCurdy's book. I liked it. As a person with an abusive mother, I appreciated it. I appreciated her honesty. There's not a lot of books out there that you can read about things of that nature and being so graphic.
The cats will tip the wax over. Yeah, the flame will deter them. They didn't get close to the candle when I was burning it last.
They have a half a brain cell paired between them, and you think they're not going to do that?
But at least there will be some sort of consequence
Okay.
if they try to fuck with it.
They're dumb enough.
Natural consequence, because I'm not going to punish a cat.
Oh my God.
Do you know if your mom watches your videos? Dude, I fucking hope she does.
I don't know. Honestly, I tend to think I'm torn about it because I think she has watched stuff in the past. I don't know if she watches like our current things, but I'm torn between that and her extreme perception of anything that is not in favor of Mormonism is evil, and she's like so literally terrified of it that she won't get close to it. I kind of lean more on that than her watching it.
Which is fair.
But maybe, I don't know.
All orange cats share one singular brain cell.
Well, baloney doesn't have it a lot of the time.
A worldwide collective. Love your long
God.
hair and beanies. Please move to Colorado. I want to move so soon.
Don't tempt me.
But we, for the time being, are going to be stuck
I got depressed and thought about moving again a few days ago.
That is the ultimate goal. However, our situation right now here where we're at is gonna be mint for the next little while here. My ginger cat took care. Oh man, I'm a newer subscriber. Do you guys do a leaving the church video? Yes.
It is super old.
Super fucking old. I actually just sent it today, like right before stream, to somebody. Let me find it. Or no, I didn't send him that one, but it was, can I sort this by upload date? There we go.
Yes. New video comes out tomorrow.
Yes. I think it should be close to
Free
done
healthcare
uploading.
sounds kind of nice because the
We're a
reality
little while
of the situation is that I have my job so I can graduate next semester, but also because it basically is insurance. Like that's really it. Like it's
and
just
your
to
ability to
fucking
get
pay for
your
insurance.
license quicker.
Yeah.
Let me put it in the chat real quick. This one is very old. We do address it in other Q&A videos that we have, so you can just go to our channel and in the little search bar you can search Q&A and you can find a little more about some of that stuff. We did a lot more like formal Q&As where we would have people ask questions and then we would put together a video. Nowadays we just do kind of live Q&As like this. It's just easier.
One of my cats lit his butt on fire. Thankfully it was right in front of me and he didn't get hurt, but now I have to lock candles in a lantern. Well,
okay, maybe I'll have to keep an eye
they're
on that.
not smart, so we probably need to do that.
New Zealand needs healthcare providers. I couldn't go to an island nation. I would feel too much like a colonizer for that. Jordan may go back to the black for Sen.
For Sensi?
For Sensi. Back to the black.
Amy Winehouse reference?
Boop, 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 doo, 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 doo.
Move to New Zealand.
I mentioned that. All right. We're running out of steam here. So.
Anyway, the video, I don't know if I ever finished talking about that. My brain is like shorting out. The video tomorrow will be up at 1:00 Mountain Time.
Yep. It's just finishing up uploading right now. So as soon as it's done, I will set the premiere up. And if you would like to get little reminders, I think there's the subscribe button down there, and then there's a little bell there you can get notifications. We're still adjusting shit in the Discord, but if you join the Discord, it will ping everybody in there, which is kind of annoying, which is why we need to do that. I'm sorry, I've been slacking. It will ping everybody when the video goes live to remind you. So yeah, Mormons do decorate for Christmas by and large.
I take it very seriously.
Yeah.
So yeah, that will be up
and Christmas
tomorrow.
Trees and everything.
Did you tell them what the video was about tomorrow?
No, I didn't. But I did plug, if you are a member or you are a patron, you can watch it right now. It is already uploaded.
Boom! Our new video is already ready for you.
Yep, that's any tier.
Any tier. Patreon.
If you want to get a little bit ahead, it's also ad-free. So
no
you don't
ads.
have to deal with that.
Nobody likes ads.
Nobody likes ads. And we've got Christmas coming up. So.
We got to make a living somehow doing this. And it's
Yeah.
not our living, but it at least helps encourage us to continue making content.
Yeah. We appreciate all the patrons, and the members are a huge help to us to be able to keep doing this. I guess there is technically one ad because I could probably take that out.
Because of the sponsorship.
Yeah, because of the sponsorship. I could technically cut that out, but it's only 60 seconds, so you can just
skip
boop, boop, hit the forward button like 4 times. Yeah, the patrons, the members, you all do wonders for us. Everybody in the chat right now, you do wonders for us. We love you so much, and everybody's just supporting us, and we love it. We appreciate it, and it keeps us going. It's the best. So
True.
We feel the love all the time, and a lot of times I don't really feel deserving of it, honestly, because I feel like we're just two knuckleheads just talking shit. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm hungry and ready to go eat because I haven't had dinner. I hope everybody has a nice night. I hope you sleep well. If you have work in the morning, I hope you get there safely. I hope the rest of your week is great. I hope everybody's holiday was not too stressful and you weren't disillusioned by me promising a video on Friday, even though we didn't put one up because I was sick. And all that stuff. And as always, it's your favorite Apostates. I'm McKay.
I'm Jordan.
And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.